Why conscious boyfriend is not the goal. Welcome to my new video. Let's dive in. Most of women now in spiritual community, because they've done so much work, they healed, they evolved, they connected to themselves, they are not waiting on a man anymore, they are emotionally independent and they raise their standards, right? And that's amazing. But there is one part that most women miss, and that is focusing on finding a conscious man now. I know that you think, like, yeah, of course, I want a conscious guy. I mean, I did so much work. I cannot now talk to a guy who cannot regulate himself, who is not aware of his emotions, who has so many beliefs, and so on. I agree with you. But on the other hand, there is one very tricky bypassing mistake that we can create by focusing on manifesting a conscious man. And that is a hidden wound of unsafety. This wound is a collective wound. This is an ancient wound that every woman carries in her DNA. It is literally from the beginning of time. Women have endured a certain trauma that has left a massive imprint in their DNA to make them feel very unsafe in this planet, in this world, in this universe. That's why this hidden wound is working from the backhand, where you think that you are taking certain steps and choices and manifestations, like manifesting a conscious man. You think you're doing them from a place of sovereignty, a place of, I am setting my boundaries, I'm raising my standards, I know what I want. But actually, in the backhand is unsafety. I want to ask you something. If you would get a conscious man, do you think that he will see you more, he will love you more, he will put more effort in the relationship, that he will be making you more safe, more loved, and more taken care of? If your answer is yes, then you are operating from the wound of unsafety. Just by having a conscious boyfriend, a conscious husband, doesn't mean you will be safe. And this is very important to understand. And I'm not saying that we should not have a conscious man in our life. Absolutely. But what I'm trying to say is just look in your intention. What is behind it? Why you want a conscious man? What we need to focus on is you becoming conscious woman, not focusing on manifesting conscious man. You will not be worthy more by having a conscious boyfriend. You will not be more appreciated because you have a conscious boyfriend. Why? Because even if you have a man who is healing, who is conscious, who is doing his work, that doesn't mean your wounds will be healed. Don't focus outward. It's so easy for women to slip out of their own journey and focus on the man with who they are. It's so easy to overanalyze the partner, to overanalyze manifesting a partner. Women have this gift to love so much, but until this gift is fully embodied and fully healed, women will love from lack, from distortion, from obsession, from attachment. And that's why they will hyper focus on a man and thinking, oh, if he just heals this, if he becomes conscious, if I manifest a conscious guy, and it's just about him, instead of me. And I know many people talk about ego being bad, but for women, we need to build up this ego. We need to come back to ourselves. We need to become more self-oriented, more self-focused, more self-loving. Because as long as we're hyper-focusing on a man, we will be missing the point. Don't focus if he's conscious, if he's unconscious. Don't focus on a guy. Which I don't mean don't set boundaries and so on. But focus on you becoming the highest conscious version of yourself. Until you fully tap into your God self, your full potential of your heart, until you reclaim your full innocence, your purity, your soul blueprint, don't stop healing. Don't think that you finished. This game on earth is a very, very serious game, and it has many levels and many layers. And just by manifesting a conscious man doesn't mean you finish the game. Okay? That's not the goal. The goal is you. I will tell you my story. I had a conscious husband, okay? We met, we were both doing healing, and during our relationship and our marriage, he even evolved more. He became even a healer and a coach. And it was really great experience. It was incredible to have this kind of experience. It didn't fulfill my lack. I could do that only on my own. Yes, it was incredible having a conscious partner, but that was not a guarantee for true love. That was not a guarantee for me becoming me. And it was not a guarantee for a successful relationship, to be honest. It ended up with divorce. And just by having a conscious man doesn't mean your internal battles will not come out. So I'm not trying to tell you to not keep your standards high, to not want a conscious man, to not want a man who knows how to heal himself and takes responsibility of his own wounds and stuff. I absolutely agree with this. I am just trying to bring you back to yourself and tell you that just by focusing on a man to become conscious is not going to solve your problems. I'm just trying to invite you to look behind that, to look behind your focus and see what is behind it and heal that wound of unsafety and take your power back. Take your power back of over-focusing on a man and over-focusing on relationship. The relationship will just multiply and mirror everything you already are, and the light and the shadow. The last thing I want to say is that no matter if a man is conscious or unconscious, I want you to know that men carry a massive karma, maybe even bigger than women. And for them to awaken, it takes a lot. So they can do this only through our help, our patience, and our love. And this can happen only when we tap fully into our power. And this will not happen if we over-focus on them. We will tap into our power if we focus on ourselves fully. And then, I'm going to give you good news. They will awaken anyway, because the time has come. The divine masculine is awakening. The initiation is here. So be patient, be loving, and heal your wounds, heal your unsafety, heal your lack, and step back into the love. And then your divine partner will show up in your reality.